Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bimmer Barn. In today's episode, we're going to be working on this E34 535i, giving it a deep paint cleaning. We're going to do some clay barring, try to get that original glacier blue paint to pop again, and then we're going to go take some awesome pictures because soon enough, this car is going to be for sale. Me and Mark have come to the conclusion that it would look a lot better in someone else's garage rather than under a car cover in front of his house. So we're going to be listing it together for sale soon, hopefully make it go to the right home for the right price. But in order to do that, we need to put some finishing touches on the car. So let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Well, we are gonna pull the car out in a second and start washing it. And as you can see, I have it pulled in the middle of the garage here. We're gonna have all the space to work with in order to get this thing really cleaned up. And something that I noticed upon the car before we start is that this door definitely appears to have been repainted or touched up, or maybe just, you know, buffed out at some point. It's really hard to tell. From the inside of the door, I didn't notice any Bondo or any dents or anything like that. So from the outside, we see that it does have a couple of, you know, maybe some door dings. It's not a perfect door, and none of the car is perfect, so I wouldn't expect it to be. But what's nice is that the VIN number matches between all the doors, and this car is a single body, all VIN matching car. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this car out. We're going to do a full wash, and then we're going to clay bar it. Because of that dirt buildup and whatever's landed on the paint, you know, it did spend a lot of time covered, but covered outdoors. So yeah, let's pull this thing out and then let's get washing. All right, well, we just finished washing the car outside, and now I've pulled it in while it's still soaking wet because we're gonna start the clay barring process. So that's gonna take a lot of the contaminants and dirt off of the paint here, and we'll see what it does to this kind of fade that it has in the paint. I have a feeling that this is gonna stay there until we try buffing it out a little bit. But that's what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna close the door here, and we're gonna try to keep the car wet. I've got the pressure washer here inside the garage. And with the car being out of the sun, hopefully it'll stay wet a bit longer as we clay bar it. So let's get right to work.
Perfect.
So now that we've got the whole car clay barred and rinsed off as well, we don't want to have any of that residual residue left on the car while we try to compound or buff it out. What we're going to do here now is remove this old adhesive from the satellite radio antenna that used to be here. I'm going to use my rubber eraser wheel to get that off. Should be nice and easy. And then I want to use this hood as a test spot to see exactly what sort of paint condition lies underneath this sort of haze right here. So we're going to use our Meguiar's compound and a microfiber polishing pad, and then we'll do a test spot and see exactly how much better it can look with just a little bit of buffing out. So let's get right to work. Well, I'll be honest, I'm not super happy with the result. You can barely see the difference in the paint quality and how hazy it is. A little bit lighter on this side. Actually, it's a lot easier to see on camera than what I can see here. So yeah, you can see the little tape line we have. Definitely a little bit of a lighter shade over here. Some of the hazing starting to come out. But my concern is that this clear coat is so old, you know, it's kind of hardened up and dried out, and I don't want to make any irreversible damage. I feel like a professional could probably really clean up this paint, and it would just take a lot of time. That's what I'm noticing, is just from doing 2 passes and, you know, spending a good bit of compound in this area. Is it really worth it for me to spend 8 hours to make the car look like this versus some professional spending the same amount of time, maybe a little bit more, to get the car to really pop? So I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this this trunk here. So I'll probably just do the rest of the trunk. That'll probably be as far as we're gonna go with trying to correct this paint here. Well, there's what it looks like after a few passes on the trunk. Can't really tell where the line was that we had before that we polished and did our sample spot for. And also the satellite radio definitely, you know, looks a little bit better. Not perfect though, I'll admit it. Feels smoother for sure here on the paint, but I feel like it's gonna take a lot more time to get it where it's gonna be like glass, where it's really going to pop and show the color. And I would just think that it's going to take so much time that I don't think we're going to take care of it, but a professional could probably get a really good finish out of this paint. And yeah, what we're going to do next is we're actually going to move to the front of the car, because when the windshield wiper was previously scraping on the window here, it left this mark. So I want to see if we can use some Meguiar's compound and see if we can get this mark here out of the window, and if anything, just get it kind of a little less noticeable, because it's annoying to see from the inside. And obviously this window is hard to find, and they don't just make them anymore. So let's see if we can polish this out. I feel like we made an improvement, but I don't think that it's perfect still, and I'm not sure exactly how much you can get out with glass, because obviously glass is much harder than clear coat. So to be able to get scratches out and imperfections is going to require a lot more time and work, and I spent about half an hour on this already. It looks a little bit better, like I said, but what we'll try to do is probably use some ceramic coating, that hybrid spray from Turtle Wax, on the windows, not just the front one, but the side ones as well. And that'll definitely clean them up, fill any imperfections, and maybe make those scratches look better. But what we're gonna do last here is I wanna use my new brush kit that I got from Amazon to clean the wheels up. And I also have a bit of blush white, and I just wanna get in the little cracks, the little spaces here where there's just a buildup. And if you get in there with your finger, you can even get that dirt out. But I think that's what we'll use our brushes for now, clean up the wheels, and then we'll probably go take some pictures. So I just want to show you really quick. I finished the wheels, all four of them. Look super good now, really clean. It makes a huge difference. You don't really think it does, that little bit of crud that's in the little spokes, but cleaning that makes the wheels really pop. So now I've got some water and my Turtle Wax ceramic hybrid spray, and I'm spraying the car. I did the hood so far and this fender. And guys, you gotta be kidding me if it doesn't look better. Just between like that fender and that one alone, I think that the hydration with the water and the ceramic hybrid spray is getting in some of those spots in the paint where it's like super dried out. I feel like it's doing a good job. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of the car here, and then we'll get some after shots, and then we'll take it out to go get some pictures. Well, we're gonna try to stay dry, hence why I parked under the rain, and you can probably hear the thunder going on outside, but I just want to show off this beautiful E34, probably for the last time to you guys. I got some nice pictures here in this shaded spot, and I think that the scenery really looks good too. But yeah, this car will probably be listed for sale soon. If you or anyone you know is interested, feel free to hit me up on Instagram or send me an email via my website. And yeah, it'll be for a very reasonable price, I'm sure, for sale, and it'll go to hopefully a good owner. It's been kept up with most of its life. I'd say the biggest thing for me is probably the paint work, but it's all original body and paint, so it's just a matter of putting some time into it to really get the best finish out of it. And probably just a couple of little mishaps. You know, someone backed into the car here and bent the fender up, but really just the front piece of it. So if you were to pull this out, I'm sure maybe a body shop could save that without having to paint the fender. Otherwise, you know, the car is in really good driving condition. It could probably use a new radiator, and after checking online, turns out that those actually are no longer available, of course, so you're stuck with getting one from another car or perhaps an aftermarket one. So that'd be something up to the next owner perhaps, but it's holding pressure fine for now. The interior is looking good. I went ahead and put those aftermarket floor mats in that Mark supplied. I'm actually not too mad about them. They look really good. The carpet matches the rest of the carpet really nicely. And again, you know, we changed those door panels out, so the whole interior looks a lot more fresh and more plush as well. Here in the back, same deal. Doors are looking good. Seats are in great condition back here. Carpet's in good condition. Could just use more cleaning. And here in the trunk, I cleaned out all of the extra parts that Mark has. That'll be going with the car, of course. But you can see we have that beautiful WeatherTech lining. All the carpets are here, so including the bottom carpet and the back carpet, which is a little cut up because originally there was a sound system back here. And also you can see that we have our original spare, which matches, well, kind of matches the rest of the ones on the car. So, you know, car comes with everything that you would expect it, that you would want it to. It's only had 2 owners, which is why you find all these things. Otherwise, when these cars get swapped around a lot, people tend to lose these tools or sell them or put them on another car or something like that. So really nice to see that this car has been kept up with all of its life, and someone who cared for it was the one behind the wheel. We fixed this door over here, which is really nice, and you can see that the door panel that we installed, it's kind of falling apart a little bit, but I think you know, someone could easily repair that. And with our fixed lock actuators, all the doors open, all the doors lock with the central locking system, so that's great. The car also drives great. You know, from the inside of the car, the driver's seat is probably the only thing that you're going to want to replace or fix, because of course it's pretty worn down, the holes in it. And then of course the carpet has a little bit of a tear up here, but you know, I think that with these mats you probably won't notice or care, and you know, they're really not that bad. Like I said, they match the rest of the carpets pretty good. So she's got some miles, 231,000, but she drives real good, and you know, I'd say this car has been really well taken care of. So I hope that it goes to a really good new owner, and like I said, hit me up if you're interested. So that's going to conclude our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I wish we had a little more time together with this E34, but since it's not our car, you know, we have limited options as to what we can fix and restore on it, and it has to be on some sort of budget because of course we can't spend more than what this car is possibly going to be selling for soon. Of course, the next owner, they're going to have the option to put as much money into it as they want, or just maybe preserve it, put it in the garage, take it out every once in a while for a nice drive, and it'll stay this way for many years to come, because like you saw, it's a very clean car and it's worth preserving for sure. So if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below. If we get enough likes, maybe we'll buy another E34 one day just for the channel. But go ahead and comment what you thought of the series, if you learned anything, if you like having these old cars on the channel. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't yet. We love BMWs of all ages and sizes. And as usual, I hope you guys have an awesome day. We'll see you in the next video.